Y'all, Hassan Campbell is a messed up human being. Seriously. The internet, YouTube, social media got his mind so twisted up. He willing to do anything for clout, anything for attention, anything for views, so on and so forth. He willing to just, I'm talking about, risk whatever to get views and clicks. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, a few days ago, Hassan Campbell, he made a video. He was blaming Gillie for his son's death, right? Gillie's son just got killed some days ago, right? I don't know, maybe 5-6 days ago, something like that, right? Hassan Campbell made a video blaming Gillie for the death. He said, and I quote, "How you get $100 million and your kid's still in the hood?" So he's saying, Gillie, it's your fault that your son is deceased because your son in the hood. How he in the hood and you got all that money, so on and so forth. How your kid still in the hood? First of all, Gillie's son Cheese was 25 years old. Okay? At that age, Gillie can't really tell he can tell his son what to do. He can't make his son do anything. His son can come and go as he pleases. He's a grown man now, Gillie had no control over that whole situation at all. And to blame a man who's grieving over his child, blame him for his son's death, that's horrible shit to me. Just to get clicks and views, are you serious? The man's son was killed, his child, his baby. I'm a father of 2 children. I can't imagine what Gillie going through. I saw my father go through that when I lost my older brother, man. My father and my stepmother, I saw them go through that. I saw them go through that, man. That pain, it's to see that my father is a man's man. I saw my father crumble at that news. First time I really saw my father cry for real. My father had lost 2 of his brothers and his own father at that point. First time I really saw my father cry hysterically was when my brother got killed. My father passed out when he heard the news. So Hassan out here blaming Gillie. You got $100 million, your kid's still in the hood. How's that going on? Basically trying to oh, Gillie, you got all that bread. Why your son in the ghetto, your kid? He can't stop his son from going nowhere. He's a grown man, not a kid. And ain't no need, furthermore, there's no need to play the blame game right now. No need. All we need to do, we need to send prayers to Gillie and his son's mother as well. Because they going through it. Losing a child, man, that ain't nothing pretty. That ain't nothing pretty at all, man. And me, like I said, I saw it up close. I saw one of my childhood friends, Dominique. He died. Car accident. Flew through the windshield. He was his mom's only child. I remember when she sent a card to my stepmother, man. Talking about how, she the only one that really understood her pain losing a child. Because my stepmother was there for her in ways that you couldn't describe because she knew what that feeling was like, losing your baby. Man, come on, man. Like, Hassan out here really looking for views that much. They're telling him Gillie it's basically his fault. Your son in the hood. Your son told Gillie his son got his snot box rocked. Your son getting your snot box rocked. Who says shit like that? Clown ass shit like that. Trying to create catchy catchphrases and slogans. And then he tries to say it under the guise of, I say stuff like getting your snot box rocked and getting your noodles rocked and knocked and all that. Just for awareness so y'all can see so you can really feel the pain of these situations and the severity of this gun violence situation in the hood. Bullshit. Anybody with common sense knows you're just trying to do whatever you can. You're trying to be salacious, trying to say whatever, all type of outlandish shit to get clicks and views to build up a following. It ain't to try to spread awareness and try to turn the streets from their life of crime. No. It's for you to become this, I don't know, whatever type of figure you want to be on social media and to get your videos popping by creating these catchy slogans, getting your snot box rocked and all that to describe someone's child getting killed, to describe like people, loved ones getting killed. He got a snot box rocked and all. You know what I mean? You saying that as if we don't know what was going on in the circumstance, We don't have no news or indication that Gillie's son was doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing. Or he was up to foul play or something like that. And so to say that about somebody, and as far as you know, They were killed and they wasn't doing nothing? That's crazy. That's crazy. Then blaming him for his son's death? Like your son in the hood, basically, all of that. How you got $100 million in your son in the hood, your kid in the hood? Boy, like, dog, shut the fuck up, dog. Like, that type of shit. Are you even doing all you can for your children the way you're supposed to be? Are you there for them? Have you been there for them the whole entire way? It just get ridiculous, man. Like, he does whatever. He do whatever to try to get his stuff popping. In any way. He don't care how disrespectful it is. None of that. Because I remember he was telling everybody when certain people were dying, his homie got his snot box rocked, got his noodles cooked on the sidewalk, all this shit. And when his little homie died, it was none of that. It was all respect, rest in peace to my little homie, all of that. You wasn't saying your little homie got his noodles knocked and his snot box rocked. So that tells me he knows better. He know what the fuck he doing, man. You know, and I just like, yo, this is a grown man steady doing stuff like this. Everybody giving him passes. He got a cult following, and everybody under the Hassan Campbell cult, they think he can do no wrong or say no wrong. They come up with all these excuses for him, calling people y'all soft. That's what it is. You just soft. That's why you, bro, shut up. A lot of dudes talk that soft shit. I went to school and was a schoolboy. I wasn't even a street kid, and I know a lot of these dudes couldn't even walk the streets of Chicago the way I walked it. You feel me? Not saying I wasn't tough or nothing, but I'm saying I walked and lived in these neighborhoods, and I had to live through it and walk through these neighborhoods every day because that's simply what my mama was living in. And I was my mama's only son. So it wasn't nobody for me to run and get. Everybody hollering all that soft shit, be the softest ones. Hollering all that. And again, I wasn't no street kid or no tough guy by any stretch of the imagination. You know? But I know right from wrong. I know when a person is trying to be say outlandish stuff to get a following. I know when a person is being over the top and doing the wrong stuff in order to get attention. That's what he is. He's an attention-seeking clout chaser. Hassan Campbell is a grown-ass clout chaser. All he does is try to find clout in any way, and he's trying to use Gillie's son's death as a way to gain, like as a way to clown Gillie or come at Gillie, because obviously I think I've seen him say stuff about Gillie before. You know, and I've said things about Gillie and certain things that I don't like that he does, so on and so forth. But that don't take away from the fact he lost his son. I'm gracious enough to give that brother grace and prayers to that man when he losing your child, when he lost his child. Right? I think he's so ramped up in whatever he didn't like Gillie said or do, or he trying to get views so bad, he's willing to talk crazy, blame Gillie for the death and say outlandish stuff in the video in order to get clout, get some more clout, get a bigger following. It's getting ridiculous out here, man. Dude ass too damn grown for that. How you got $100 million and your kid still in the hood? Like telling Gillie and them, basically, Gillie, that's your fault that happened. That's despicable to me, man. Yeah, man. And then furthermore, also, Hassan don't know what Gillie was telling his son. He could have been telling his son, stay out the streets. Don't be out there getting into don't be over there in the hood, right? Don't be over there. Stay out of the way. Don't go over there. He don't know what he was. He don't know what he was telling his son not to do or what to do. He don't know. He could have told his son, don't go over there countless of times. Don't be over there. I don't know this to be certain, but he probably could have told them, don't be on that side of town. Don't be over here. Don't be over there, right? And at the end of the day, his son is a grown man who didn't need his father's permission to do anything. So he happened to be somewhere and something terrible happened to him. But that doesn't warrant you trying to say, oh, this Gillie fault. That's immediately where his mind went to. Gillie, this your fault. Got your son in the hood. His son's 25 years old, man. Just like Hassan Campbell, some of your kids may be going into adulthood. At some point, they out of your house. They're not under your roof. They grown. They gonna do what they want to do. We can just instill them with all the knowledge and the wisdom and give them all type of advice we want to give them and just pray and hope they follow it. Do y'all know how many kids I knew was good kids growing up in the hood? They came from good people, came from good stock, and they chose to do some wild stuff or do what they wanted to do or lead a life that their parents did not like or co-sign at all. It was a lot of dudes. I'm not saying Gillie's son was doing something. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, I'm giving y'all an example. People can tell their kids what to do and all, and get their kids the manual, the handbook on how to live right and be upright and live and have as less problems as you can in Chicago. It's adults, excuse me, it's adults that hand their children all of that, tell them all that information, and they still do what they want to do. They still do what they want to do, man. So I don't know, man. Hassan Campbell is way too much. Way too much. Like I said, it was kids I went to school with. I know their parents was hardworking people with morals and values. Their son wanted to be a street dude or wanted to get into the wrong stuff. And they taught him everything they had to teach him. So I don't know, he trying to insinuate Gillie didn't teach him right, or how your son in the hood, you got all that money. You know what I mean? Nah, Gillie probably could have told his son all the right things to do, a majority of the right things to do, right? And he probably told him don't be in the hood. His son chose to go over there for whatever reason, you know? And it happened. But furthermore, we shouldn't be trying to blame Gillie anyway. The blame should go on the shooter, the person who took their young brother's life. Because he ain't God. We don't have to say so on who lives or who dies. We shouldn't be the determining factor between who lives and who dies. We should really be mad at the dudes that's out here shooting and killing people, taking people's lives, out here running around shooting stuff up with reckless abandon, don't care nothing about nothing, don't care about the community, nothing. Somebody killing other black men. That's what we should be concerned about. The person who killing other black men in the neighborhoods, that's causing the streets to be a terror, that's causing chaos all throughout the hood. We should be concerned about that individual. And why is that person living like that? Why is this person been allowed to do this type of stuff all throughout the neighborhood, and it goes unchecked by his own family members and loved ones, his own homeboys, let him do whatever the hell he want to do? We need to be concerned about that versus, oh, should Gillie be the one to blame for the death? Why Gillie got his son in the hood, and why Gillie's son in the hood? Man, we need to be concerned with, why is the person shooting and killing people in the neighborhood? Why is he out here trying to kill? Why is that person pulling the trigger, shooting guns? All we in a community full of black folks, black people in general, but then you got the vulnerable population of women and children around. Why is dudes spraying around? Why is shooting guns? That should be the real thing Hassan Campbell should be outraged about. Not, oh, why you Gillie? Do you got your son in the hood? Gillie, not saying Gillie is your fault, your son in the hood with all that money. This ain't no time to be pointing fingers, dog. Especially when your child is hurting like this. And I know Gillie didn't want his son over in no hood nowhere. You know what I mean? I can feel that from him. But anyway, man, Hassan Campbell is something else, a piece of work. God bless him. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.